Hey everybody, it's Milo here for the Fellowship of Acoustics and welcome to another episode of New Arrivals. It's a new week, so a lot of new guitars came in. We're going to walk through them. Michael behind the camera as well. We're both going to pick 2 guitars each, and then it's up to you to pick your favorite. You can do that in the community side of our YouTube page. There's a poll there. You can also leave a comment down below. I believe last week your favorite was the 59J50. So thank you all for voting. It was a beautiful guitar. And it's vintage. I know you all love it out there. So let's see what else is in store here. I know one guitar that's in here. I played it briefly after shooting the previous episode. I think it's this beautiful case right here. So guess the brand. So which Martin model are we looking at, Michael? What do you think?
OMD 28.
It's an OMD 45.
Just throwing all my chances in there.
Okay, let's see if it is a beautiful Martin OM. What?
No,
it's not. It's a beautiful Sudden Jumbo. The year on this is 46.
46.
And it's in beautiful condition. The label says here that it is a one owner. So this guitar has had one owner before it entered our store. You don't see that a lot with vintage guitars. A lot of the time they switch hands, but this one has been kept in really good condition. Of course, there's a lot of crackling here. There's also a repaired crack over here. We have the script logo on this one. I played it briefly last week and it's got a really big neck. Feel that? Some interesting wear here on the back of the neck. I don't know.
Very aggressive thumb.
Yeah, maybe someone had a thumb ring or something like that. This is a stunning guitar. It's going to take a lot to beat this for my first choice. I'm still going to have a look, but I'm about 97.3% sure that this is my choice. And it comes with a suitable Martin case as well, so that's nice.
The original one, right?
Original Martin case. So let's have a look at this custom shop Gibson Les Paul. This one has a poppy burst. Don't know what that means. Let's see. Well, this is it. This is a poppy burst. So it's a heavy aged 59 model. Kind of looks like a lemony or something like that. Looks pretty though. Heavy aging here on the back as well. This is a Guild. This is a X500D. I don't think I've ever heard of that model, but let's have a look.
Ooh. Interesting.
I think it's a weird look to have these uncovered humbuckers on an archtop.
Very so. What do you think it resembles? Like a...
Maybe like a Birdland or something like that.
Yeah, possibly.
Birdland-esque. Tailpiece here is pretty interesting. We've got an extra knob. Don't know what this does.
Nice.
Beautifully built.
Some spalting on the back.
Maybe if I was to buy this, I would buy some humbucker covers. Maybe we can do another poll. Tijmen, humbuckers with or without covers?
Okay, deal. Last time you voted for your favorite shade of green, which I think Sherwood won.
I think it was British Racing Green.
Let's check it out.
Ooh,
It was
British Racing.
British Racing for the win, 52%.
Green.
So we do have something interesting to show you. Because Martin released their new sort of standard lineup. The guitar should be somewhere over here. The Refresh series.
Ooh.
And we already received the D28 and also the OM28, if I'm not mistaken. So on the outside, this looks like a normal reimagined D28, but they changed some things on it. This one is pretty lightweight as well, which is nice for a D28. On the outside, what you can see are these pins. They have been changed to bone. So they were plastic and now they are bone. It's nice, some are a little bit more see-through, a little bit inconsistent, but that's the charm of it. Then the bracing on the inside is golden era style, so they lightened up the braces, which allows the top to move a little bit more freely, so it's easier to get more tone out of your Martin guitar. They also slightly changed the neck profile. This is a subtle change. So all in all, new Martin series. We are going to shoot a video of the new Martins. We're going to do a comparison with the OM, the previous OM and the new OM that we received. I think I've opened some new guitars, but I'm quite sure that the Southern Jumbo is going to be my first pick. So let's pick it up. So we're going full Norman's Rare Guitars over here. We're just here in the store with the Chevy in the background. So maybe let's just play it a little. Let's see how it sounds. Man, I think this guitar sounds fantastic. It's got a really nice and low action. Maybe the strings rattle a little bit here and there when you play loud, but of course we can set it up for you however you want. But I really like a low action. I'm going to do a little bit of fingerstyle just to show it to you.
My turn. So let's look around at what we can find and hope that he didn't take all the cherries from the tree. So let's have a look. That's funny because you just grabbed a no, it wasn't a T-burst. This is a different one from the same batch. But I'm curious what this finish would be. Aha. It's pretty much the same, right?
The other one was a little bit more faded.
Well, this is T-burst. I thought the other one looked a little bit more tea-ish. Nice. So we've got two, I'd say, little brothers from the custom shop. Keep an eye out for on the website for a bunch of custom shop goodness in the following weeks. I just saw a case and I filmed it a little bit earlier, and I know Milo is probably not interested, but I have to pick this one. This is a shout out to my old English teacher who could not shut up about teaching us in English how great Santana is as a guitar player. A Carlos Santana signature, it's a 10 top. So this is like the creme de la creme if you're a PRS fan and you love Santana music. Then this is the go-to guitar. And this is a Santana thing. As you can see, there are no holes here, because why would you want to close this off? If you're an engineer, you want to be able to dive straight in. So there's no cap on that. Little detail is that the birds on this are the outline birds instead of a full purloined. So this is even more work to do all the inlays, and that's beautifully done.
2 lines here.
2 lines here. Yeah,
You don't see that.
you don't see that a lot. Santana lovers, rejoice. The eternal debate, if you're a Dutchman. Is it Lowden or is it Lowden? The reason why this one is special, because it's a George Lowden Mastergrade Luthier build, meaning that he personally built this guitar. Yeah, so this is Single redwood, African blackwood, some of the finest tone woods that he uses in his shop. And I think it's very special to still be able to get a guitar that's fully built by George himself. Very, very cool. And 2025, brand new George Lowden guitar.
Beautiful little inlay here.
What is it?
One little flower. I think that's beautiful.
It's a little butterfly on a stick.
Butterfly on a stick.
It's a butterfly on a stick. Nice try. And it's got a very, very... very angelic voice, which a lot of these Lowden guitars have. Yeah, I really love these guitars. Craftsmanship at its best. I'm picking this one. There we go. Before we start though, I feel like these guitars should be in DADGAD. This case looks like one of my old grandma's travel cases.
I think it looks like it came out of Star Wars. Let's open it up. A Blazer. Okay. I don't know a whole lot about Blazer. Oh,
I do know it's got a very
tiny eyes. Tiny birds.
tiny bird.
Hummingbird's eye maple. I think we have seen some Blazer, sort of more traditional steel string guitars here.
What is this?
This is one of the coolest guitars that has entered our store in a few months, I think. At first glance, this is just a standard
Like
classical guitar.
Student model.
Student model, Yamaha CG-TA.
All right.
The TA stands for Trans Acoustic.
Ooh.
So there's a whole circuit board inside this guitar, and you get really natural reverb. So this is a Les Paul Custom
From
69.
Love 69.
Woo! Wow. Oh, wow. This is a faded cherry.
Insane.
Really cool. It's almost sort of orangey, maybe grapefruit.
Yeah,
sort of grapefruit red. Pretty clean as well.
Very, very cool.
Only a few scratches here and there. Binding on the back, which is cool as well. Really, really low frets, as we're used to from Gibsons from that period. If I were to own this guitar, I would replace those frets and with some jumbos. But it has quite a nice ring to it already, acoustically. So I'm quite interested to see how this will sound through an amp. And maybe we are going to plug it in. Let's leave this here. I'm going to have a quick look through the photo studio. Not something here that really tickles me. So I'm sure this will be my second choice. I say let's plug it in downstairs. Maybe I'm going to play it with a little bit less reverb. He sort of drowned in it, but I like that.
Ah, a familiar name. If you've listened to our podcast recently, you know we've caused quite a stir online talking about Jeff Beck. Jeff Beck, Sherwood Green? No, Surf Green. Surf Green. A Jeff Beck artist series from the 90s. 98. Pretty cool.
Lace sensor pickups.
Are you familiar with those?
David Gilmour also uses them. I think they're sort of hum cancelling.
Single coils. Detail. Locking tuners.
Because when you do all the dive bombing and
all the dive bombing, all the
Jeff does, then you need it.
You need a stable guitar. And if you haven't listened to the podcast, there's a small little anecdote that Live de Leeuw, a guitarist who you might be familiar with, who comes to our channel, plays a lot of demos. He actually met Jeff Beck once, and he told a story about that he shook his hands, and that Jeff's hands were so soft that Live is convinced that that's why his tone is so soft.
So do sweet. Moisturize your hands, and maybe you will sound like Jeff Beck in a few years.
I need to find it. Wait. Ow! Please! I think it's movie segment. I'm known as a rebel, so I'm going to break the rules. I'm going to give you a Siri.
I did that last week.
Fuck, doesn't matter. I'm doing it anyway. I recently saw, a few months back, I saw a really interesting one. It's called The Man in the High Castle. It's on Prime, and it's actually about what if the Nazis won the war. And it's very, when I looked at it, I wasn't like, I'm going to watch this. But then I saw the trailer for it, and I was really interested in the cinematography. And it's really, if you're into film, in the way that movies are shot, the old way and the new way, the digital way, check it out. There's some really cool stuff in there, color grading wise, and the story is actually very compelling. Man in the High Castle, check it out.
My movie tip for this week is a Martin McDonagh film called The Banshees of Inisherin. It's a beautiful movie about two friends that live on an island on the west coast of Ireland, I believe. And they are really old friends. They go to the pub every day, they drink a lot of Guinness, and then one of the two friends says to the other that he doesn't want to be friends anymore. that is where the movie starts. It is a beautiful movie with Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, I think, is the other friend. Beautiful landscape as well. The west coast of Ireland is also where they shot it. Also features Jenny the donkey, which plays a really great part. Really enjoyed watching it. It's a bit gruesome towards the end. Takes some nasty turns, but maybe a finger gets cut off. I won't say anything more. So, Banshees of Inisherin.
I am a man for modern guitars, and this could be one of them, because it's a classic guitar in a modern little housing. What do you call that finish? Before we look at the label.
Autumn stormy, autumn storm burst.
Autumn Storm Burst. Diamond?
Pink Lady Burst.
Pink Lady Burst. Yeah. Love it, love it. Nice. What is it?
Red burst.
Oh. Vintage Red Burst. Come on, guys. Thompson, though, they make beautiful, beautiful guitars. Handmade guitars from Oregon, USA. And maybe this guy over here knows how to play it.
The oak.
Klein beetje stemmen.
I don't think Rowdy's talent is included, but you do have to practice yourself. But I'd say that this is a very, very good guitar to practice your chops on. Right, Rowdy? You agree?
Ja.
All right, there we go. Second choice. We are here. This is my second choice. This is the Thompson D CMA. The CMA stands for Cuban Mahogany Adirondack. And as you can see, well, like we already showed, the vintage red burst on the Adirondack. It's pretty interesting.
The Cuban mahogany looks really nice as well. Also in combination with the vintage red burst.
Very, very interesting guitar. It comes with a t-shirt. Very important. Maybe. Yeah. With a true vintage tone t-shirt. So let's listen to some Oregon sweetness.
So that was it for this week.
I hope you all enjoyed New Arrivals once again.
And it's up to you to pick your favorite from this week. So on the community side of our page, there's a poll. You can leave a comment as well. We're really interested to see what your opinion is.
Yeah, and so let us know, and we'll be happy. Oh, Bert.
Okay, see you next week.
See ya.